Whoops, seems I'm in trouble now.
I'll get you! You're in trouble now, boy!
Run, Harry, move it! She means it! Oh, hi there. My name's Harry. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Lynn and her mom moved to the house across the street a year ago, and I immediately fell for Lynn. So you can play the violin? I knew you were an angel. We immediately got along. Wish I could say the same about our parents. See for yourself.
Hey there, neighbors. Can you help carry our stuff in the house?
Meet my dad. And if you think he's a little, rude, anything for $50. I'm not a charity lady. You're absolutely right. No wonder Mom left him.
Rude? Wait a minute. I think I know you. You're that infamous boxer who recently retired from sport.
You want an autograph?
I'll pass. Sweetie, stay away from his son. He's probably just as rude and rough.
But Lynn and I secretly started dating. She was a promising violinist, and her mom made her practice a lot. So normal dates were something we could only wish for. One evening, I snuck into her room.
You're crazy! If Mom finds out, we're both in trouble!
I'll take my chances.
Sweetie, why can't I hear the violin? How dare you!
And then all hell broke loose. Lynn's mom came to Dad and made a scene.
You better put a muzzle on your son!
Don't tell me how to raise my kid. Oh, they lashed out at each other like two mad dogs. I would intervene and try to calm my dad, but our relationship was as rotten like a banana that lay too long in the sun. After all, my dad wanted me to be a tough athlete just like him, but my subtle soul only had a passion for the theater. I got enough haters to deal with at school. Take at least Barry. Here he is, see? Like any self-respecting bully, he picked on simple guys like me and cracked his silly jokes. Hey Harry, there's a contest for the dumbest face in town. Are you in? What a moron. I was ready to walk to China on foot just to avoid him. This half-baked macho also tried to hit on Lynn. You're too good for that fool, Harry.
Sorry, I don't understand you. I don't speak the language of toxic losers.
One day, I came to listen to Lynn's performance at an academic concert. She finished her part and went for a curtain call. Then Barry ran onto the stage, gave her flowers, and kissed my girlfriend.
Ew, I'm gonna get pimples now!
What a scumbag! I got angry and decided to take revenge. I ran out to the parking lot and painted his car with a marker. When he saw this, he clutched his head in horror. It's my dad's car! Well, now you're screwed. From that day on, Barry and his buddies started making my life hell. They set me up in front of the teachers, pushed me into the girls' locker room, and once I stayed up late because I was at a casting for a school play. And when I was heading home through the empty streets, I felt someone's watching me. Oh no, it's Barry and his cronies. I decided to take a shortcut through the park, but on the bridge, I accidentally stumbled and fell into the pond. You can imagine what I looked like when I got home. After a dive in the pond, my phone died. Do I need to tell you how mad Dad was? I tried to explain that the bullies were bothering me because I stood up for Lynn, and that I stayed at school because of the casting. Oh, I wish I kept my mouth shut. I told you not to talk to the daughter of this crazy lady, and don't even speak of theater anymore. You must have a hobby of a real man. But Dad, that's the only hobby club we have. You heard me. Now go into your room and do push-ups. It's like we're from different planets. I got angry and didn't tell him I got the lead part. The next day at school, I found out two things. First, they started signing up people for a new self-defense class. And the second, wait, what? My dad's gonna be teaching it? No more theater. You're gonna start acting like a real man. Yay. Someone please kill me. Well, I still had a faint hope the class would never take off, because none of the students were in a hurry to sign up for it. I'll pass. I heard that the coach, Mr. Oldman, is ruthless. Dad was very annoyed, and I secretly rejoiced. Until one evening, I saw a huge line at the gym entrance, as if they were selling a new console there.
Oh, hey Harry, can we talk? It's important.
Sorry, I have to find out what's going on there. I walked into the gym and was stunned to see Gwen there, the most beautiful girl in the school. The guys were crazy about her. That's why they signed up for my father's class, to hit on her. How about a date later? Easy, pal. She's obviously got a crush on me. Gwen was annoyed that they saw only her pretty face. She never let anyone close and focused on her training. Dad even called her his best student.
Hiya! How do you like that, boys?
After training, Gwen and I often came home together and kind of became pals. One evening, she told me her family was very poor.
I have to be strong and independent to get out of this misery. I'm more than just a pretty face.
I'm sure you can do it. Well, Lynn didn't believe that we were just friends and became jealous.
I wanted to have a serious talk with you, Harry, but I see that you're very busy with your new girlfriend.
It's gotten into her. But you know what? I wasn't good at these karate gimmicks, but I learned my life lessons. For example, I knew for sure that an angry girl needs some time to calm down, so I didn't run after Lynn. There were good things about having Dad hang out at school every day. Everyone knew him as a ruthless coach and feared him, so Barry and his cronies stopped bothering me. But I enjoyed my newly achieved status of untouchable. Hey Barry, they're having a contest for the creepiest moron. I already signed you up, no need to thank me. You think you're tough? I'll get you! Pfft, nothing could scare me now. Well, except for Dad, of course. After all, I kept attending the school theater club. Keeping it a secret was hard. But one evening, the rehearsal and self-defense training were scheduled for the same time. I had to find a way, so I asked Gwen for help.
No problem, let's put on a little show.
When my father chose us two as sparring partners, my friend pretended she got carried away and threw me over her shoulder too abruptly. Well, there was a reason I wanted to become an actor. I convinced everyone I was in actual pain. Ouch! My leg! What a girl. Dad, allowed me to go out to put ice on the bruise. But instead, I winked at Gwen and went to rehearsal. Everything was perfect, until a furious Dad burst into the rehearsal room. Whoops. He felt something was wrong, went looking for me, and, well, have you seen those movies where huge monsters destroy cities? Right now, Dad was such a monster. He destroyed the set, and screamed that I was a liar and a disgrace to the family, until suddenly, in a blind rage, he fell right off the stage. The doctor examined his bruises and prescribed a bed regime. Now the self-defense class won't continue anytime soon.
I'm sorry about what happened to your dad.
He only got himself to blame. Doesn't know how to control himself. Once again, Lynn told me she needed to talk to me. But then her mother showed up.
Don't hang out with that kid. Like father, like son. Get into the car now. You need to practice.
Coming, Mom. Gwen was the one who got upset most about what happened to Dad. Don't be upset. You're still not only the most beautiful, but also the strongest one in school.
Without training, I'm gonna forget everything I learned. Say, Harry, would you like to spar with me sometime?
I shrugged and agreed. That wasn't a problem for me. Gwen was so thankful that she kissed me on the cheek. Ow.
You're the best.
Of course, that was the moment when Lynn showed up and saw everything. I tried to explain, but she didn't believe me.
Sparring together? Is that what it's called now? Yeah, right.
Okay, let her calm down. Now I didn't have to hide from my dad anymore. But there was a downside to having a father on bed rest, and its name was Barry. I was worried that he would retaliate for my harmless jokes, and this sniveling jerk didn't waste any time. Someone started to give me trouble, ruined sets and disrupted rehearsals, stuck gum on my costume and switched scripts, but this wasn't the worst part. When I began to find notes with threats in my locker, that's when I got really scared. Our premiere was coming up. I was worried that Barry, or whoever set it up, might ruin my finest hour. Gwen noticed I'm nervous and asked me what happened.
You can't blame Barry until he's caught red-handed, but you can't just leave it like that. Let me be your bodyguard. Let's figure out who gives you so much trouble.
Gwen, this idea, God, it's just brilliant. I hugged my friend and suddenly a brand new phone fell out of her pocket. I thought she couldn't afford such expensive stuff. And also, well, you guessed it, Lynn caught us again. I should give her a bell so that she can't sneak up on me. This time, she wasn't angry, but only looked at me with deep disappointment. Damn it, I didn't do anything wrong. But then something nice happened for a change. Gwen caught Barry pouring hot sauce over my sandwich. Gotcha! She lifted him up by the collar like a real superhero. Wow, Barry could only struggle helplessly. Were you the one who left those notes with threats? This moron tried to make excuses, but Gwen quickly put him in his place. Don't waste your breath. You'd better have a taste of your own medicine and stay away from Harry. It's hot! Give me water! I thought that all my troubles were over now, but no. It was just the beginning. Damn it! Who did it? I started to suspect that Barry was not acting alone. Who else could hold a grudge against me? I was thinking about this on my way back from school when I suddenly noticed Barry coming out of my house. What in the spaghetti with meatballs is going on here? Did he visit my dad? And then I finally realized it all made sense. Dad couldn't make peace with the fact that I was still attending the theater club. He must have asked Barry to ruin my life during his absence. Ugh, how could he do that? I went into my father's room to find out the truth and noticed how he was talking to someone on Skype. After seeing me, Dad quickly closed his laptop. Get out now! I didn't see anything. I wonder what secrets my father could keep from me. I wanted to talk to Lynn. She always knew how to find the right words to encourage me. The next day, I bought her favorite gummies and wanted to make up. Our relationship has been rough lately, but my thinking was interrupted when I saw Lynn slipping a note into my locker. My eye almost started twitching. Did my beautiful princess write threats to me all this time? I wanted to demand an explanation, but Gwen jumped up to Lynn first. She snatched the note from her hands and threw it in the trash. Give it back! It's none of your business, Gwen! Oh, but it is. I'm Harry's bodyguard. Look, I caught the one who threatened you. Lynn, but why? You were my ray of sunshine. You're such a fool. You still don't get it. I wish you and Gwen happiness. After spitting this out, Lynn ran away in tears. I was so mad at myself for letting that girl fool me for so long. The next day, Lynn didn't show up at school, and I had a bad feeling about this. Maybe I did something wrong too. I tried to talk to Gwen about it, but for some reason, she wasn't acting like her usual self. Look, I don't want to be a part of this. I've carried my end of the deal, and this is where our partnership ends. Okie dokie? I was completely confused and tried to call Lynn, but her mother picked up the phone. Forget about my daughter, you twerp. I'm taking Lynn to the airport. You won't see her again. She hung up, and my stomach was churning from all the shock. What the hell is going on? And then I remembered the note that Lynn tried to slip into the locker. Maybe I can find answers there. Hoping the note was still in the bin, I rushed down the hallway and nearly knocked Barry over. He was carrying something, dumbbells tied with a cute bow. Okay. I must have looked like a total lunatic when I was rummaging through the garbage, but I still managed to find the note. Hallelujah! I began to read it and was stunned by what I learned. Turns out, Lynn's mother had long wanted her to study in a boarding school for creative children in a neighboring state, but she refused because she wanted to stay with me. That's what she's been trying to tell me all this time. Lynn saw me with Gwen and thought I had a crush on her. That's why she agreed to leave with her mom. I'm such an idiot. I was lost in my problems and I ignored Lynn. I quickly Googled the flight number and found out that there was still time before departure. But without a car, I would never be able to get to the airport in time. I had to ask my dad for help. Didn't really expect him to help me, but I'll be there soon. Meet me at the school. Wow, that's cool. I wonder what got into him. While waiting for my dad, I saw an interesting scene. Barry knelt in front of Gwen and gave her the dumbbells. You're the prettiest girl I know, and I'm crazy about you. Will you be my girlfriend and my coach?
Oh, I will.
Haha, these two are a perfect match. They noticed my curious look and came closer. Oh no, I'm invisible.
Harry, I need to get something off my chest.
She told me that Lynn's mom wanted to break us up so she could take her daughter to that school. So she started paying Gwen to make Lynn jealous.
I was the one who wrote those threatening notes and made your life hell to stay closer to you and stage occasional kisses. Sorry about that. I just needed the money.
That's how I found out that although Barry was a petty bully, he got nothing to do with my troubles. He visited my dad to find out when the self-defense classes would continue. I felt ashamed that I was beaten by a girl, so your father suggested that Gwen would train me. Well, and Dad drove up and we rushed to the airport. Along the way, he told me that after falling off the stage, he realized that he had to learn to control himself. So he took an online anger management course via Skype. Dad, I'm so proud of you! When we arrived, Lynn's mom didn't want to let me near her daughter for a long time, but Dad distracted her. Miss May, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Sorry I acted like a jerk, but kids shouldn't suffer because of our quarrels. Wow, Dad really got his mind straightened out. I ran up to Lynn and held her hands. If we were in a stupid romantic movie, I would have a whole speech ready. But we don't have much time, so I'll just say that I'm not ready to lose you. You are everything to me, and I'm sorry for everything I did. Oh, Harry! We made up, and after that, she got on a plane and flew away. But we didn't part for long. After all, my dad finally accepted my passion for theater and sent me to the same boarding school for creative kids. Now Lynn and I can be happy together. Our parents also got along and often visit us together. On their last visit, I noticed them, OMG, holding hands? Adults are so weird. So we got a triple happy ending. Hey, I have an idea. Tell us in the comments which couple you like more, I bet it's me and Lynn.